Hey, neighbor. I'm really sorry that you've been working 12-hour days. It's like awful to feel like the only thing that you can do in a day is work. In my last job, I worked 12-hour days pretty much every day that I worked. I would get in around 7:30, and most of the time I wouldn't leave until 7:38. Most of the time it was because I wanted to try and avoid traffic, and I worked like an hour and a half away through traffic. But it's awful having to work 12-hour days, and then like you finally get home, it's like, well, I need to eat something and then I have to go to bed. That's definitely the worst, but I'm sorry that you're going through that right now. Hopefully next week, especially Friday, you're not working a 12-hour day, because it's not going to leave much time for you to drive down and visit me. So I am just a little like a little bit only thinking of myself, but it's whatever. But I'm super excited for you to come down. I can't wait. I know every time I have people over, it's a lot of fun, and I want to play Pokemon Go in DC again, because we did that last time and it was tons of fun, and we were able to do just a lot of walking, which is cool. So your question of the day was, when I get a new generation of Pokemon game, do I play through it with all new Pokemon? And I want to say that normally I do, unless there's one Pokemon that's like given to you or gifted to you, or like that you always encounter from an older generation. Um, like the Eevee that you normally get, I usually end up playing with that just because I like the evolutions a lot. Like I've used Vaporeon on like two or three of my teams. I've used Flareon on a few of my teams. I definitely used Jolteon a few times. But I pulled up my 2DS and I booted up Sun, and I just wanted to look through my current or um, my team, and so we had a Vikavolt. His name was Roy. A Primarina. His name was Leo. Had a Salazzle named Frizzle. Toucanon named Sam, because Toucan Sam. Super original. I had a Serena named Bouncy. And then to round out my team, I actually had a Snorlax named Jeff. Um, this was the first year that or the first like game that I used nicknames for my Pokemon. Normally, I just kind of left the names just like Snorlax or Snorlax, just because I don't really like naming my Pokemon, especially if I don't know all of the like Pokemon yet, especially like my first playthrough. Um, but this was the first year that I did that. So yeah, no. So normally I do like to have like at least five new Pokemon, or Pokemon from the new generation. But I will go back to like one of my favorites if I encounter it early in the game, and then normally by like the third gym, I already have like my Pokemon figured out. And this might be like the first time that I've actually had a grass type on my team. I have a pretty balanced team thinking about it. I'm trying to figure out what I was doing the last time that I played this game, because I have my Snorlax who knows Holdback. I'm assuming that I was trying to catch something in whatever this area is. So in your video, you mentioned that you had some White Castle waiting for you at home. Was that like the frozen White Castle burgers, or did someone in your family go to White Castle and pick up White Castle for you? And that's not my question of the day, but my question of the day is, what is your favorite fast food? Um, and I'm including like all fast food in there, so not like, oh well, technically Chipotle is fast casual. Like anything, like fast food. If you don't have to sit down to eat it, like, or if you don't have to be seated to eat it, like Domino's, I guess, could be fast food. Um, Let me know. Thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. Make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter at 90s Guy Kev. You can follow Tom on Twitter at 90s Guy Tom. You can follow both of us on Instagram at the 90s Guys. Make sure to check back in every weekday for a new episode of the 90s vlog. And with that, I'll catch you on Monday, Tom.